Josh Brolin has basically confirmed what everyone has suspected for months. He's been talking to the Russo brothers about returning as Thanos. And not just casually. He straight up admits he's been in constant contact with them, and this is the first time he's openly acknowledging it. What's funny is the way he tries to cushion his words, almost joking. What if Avengers Doomsday is bad? What if Secret Wars is bad? But even then, he laughs it off because he knows even Marvel's bad movies are usually way better than Hollywood's actual bad movies. And the man just loves playing Thanos. Now, he never specifically says whether this return is for Doomsday or Secret Wars, but come on. Doomsday is almost wrapped. Secret Wars is the one about to start rolling cameras. It doesn't take a genius to figure out which project this is truly aimed at. And the biggest hint? That infamous leaked Avengers Doomsday clip from the Chinese trade event earlier this year, where Dr. Doom appears, and the entire moment mirrors one of the most iconic scenes from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. The scene where God Emperor Doom rips Thanos' spine right out of his body. If the Russos are borrowing moments from Hickman's storyline, then they're 100% setting up Doom versus Thanos in live action. And Brolin returning is a key part of that payoff. What a lot of fans don't realize is that Marvel actually had multiple Thanos projects planned after Endgame, Phase 4, Phase 5, and even early Phase 6. Several of them got scrapped or delayed during the pandemic era when Bob Iger and Bob Chapek pushed Disney Plus content into overdrive. But Brolin was lined up to appear in a handful of them. Some did happen, most didn't. So it always felt inevitable that he'd return on screen again. You just never knew whether it would be in a solo project or massive Avengers-scale cameos like Secret Wars. And every time someone mentions Thanos returning, people instantly spam that meme. You couldn't live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. It's become the official theme song of Marvel redo announcements. It even applies to Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom. It applies to the two Avengers movies constantly shifting plans. It applies to everything Marvel is doing right now. You know what's even crazier? This wasn't a random reunion. Brolin has said in multiple interviews this year that he still talks to RDJ several times a year, every year, since Endgame wrapped. But with the Russo brothers, he says he talks to them 4 to 5 times a week. Almost daily. Not just Marvel talk, they're doing other projects together. It's like the Infinity War. Endgame squad never actually broke up. They just kept working behind the scenes. And here's the kicker. Kevin Feige actually hired the Russos back at Robert Downey Jr.'s request. When Feige approached RDJ to return as Dr. Doom, Downey had a list, massive paycheck, of course, and conditions. One of those conditions? Bring back the Russos to direct both Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So if RDJ comes back and the Russos come back, of course Brolin getting brought back in the loop makes total sense. When he mentions possibly returning for Doomsday, he's mostly speculating. The real plan seems aimed at Secret Wars, because that's where the Doom versus Thanos rematch pays off. Fans have already made insane artwork of that moment. And if you've never read Hickman's Secret Wars comic, the MCU version will heavily borrow its backbone: Battle World, collapsing universes, Doom reshaping reality, the fall of multiverse variants. They're changing a ton of things. But the big emotional and visual iconic scene? Thanos facing off against God Emperor Doom and getting obliterated. One rumor floating around also involves Marvel introducing King Thanos, an older, future Thanos who conquered everything, based on the Cosmic Ghost Rider storyline. Disney Parks already has their own version of King Thanos, but the live-action direction could give us a variant from another universe, letting Brolin do something fresh. Now, about those canceled projects. A few years back, Marvel was developing Eternals 2. That script heavily focused on Thanos and Eros family history because Thanos is technically an Eternal. Titan was supposed to be another celestial host planet just like Earth. We even saw leaked concept art of young Thanos and his family. Fans call him Thanos because he looks like pre-bulky Brolin. This version of Thanos' MCU origin differs drastically from the comics, but early drafts in Phase 1 and Phase 2 actually tried to include more comic-accurate elements. There was also a young Thanos limited series that Marvel had in development. It dove deeper into his origins, similar to the comics where he first meets Mistress Death. That's where his entire obsession with the Infinity Stones begins, because he's trying to impress Death. Marvel even hinted at her in the first Avengers post-credit scene. Originally, Feige planned to bring Death into the MCU long before Infinity War. And fun fact, there's a deleted concept where Nick Fury tells Cap that S.H.I.E.L.D. had previously made contact with Mephisto about the stones. In the comics, Mephisto serves Thanos, waiting for his chance to steal the gauntlet. Fast forward to today, we do have a version of Death now, Aubrey Plaza in in Agatha. And we have Sacha Baron Cohen's Mephisto thanks to Ironheart. But Feige recently made it clear during the Marvel Phase 7 reveal that many Phase 4 and 5 characters may not return anytime soon. He literally used the leader as an example, appearing once 20 years ago and only now coming back. Translation: don't expect every character introduced post-Endgame to have a long future. With so many changes, canceled projects, and reboot plans, Brolin returning as Thanos feels like the one consistent thing fans have wanted all along. If Marvel wants to deliver something huge without retreading the Infinity Saga, this is where they can do something brand new. New variants, new mythos, new storytelling, while still honoring the character we know. Even James Gunn joked recently that one reason he didn't choose Darkseid as the big DCU villain is because Marvel executed Thanos so perfectly that anything similar would feel like copying. So now it's your turn. How do you want Marvel to use Thanos next? New storyline? Variant? A brutal Doom showdown? Something no one expects? Let me know your theories down below.